Hey guys, so in order to update the rock sprite to make sure that they change based off of our score, we're going to go ahead and go onto our stage. And we're going to use this when I receive play, and we're going to drag it into our rock sprite because they have the same score points that we need in order to swap them out. So now on our rock, when I receive play, we're going to go ahead and take out the switch backdrop 1 and switch it to costume 1 instead. So now when our score is greater than 40 instead of backdrop 2, I want to go ahead and use my costume 2 instead. And all I'm doing is I'm swapping this out. Now I don't have to use same things, so maybe instead of 3 I actually skip to my costume 4 for this one, and then I'll go back to costume 3 for this one. So you guys can play around mix and matching the ones that you are using. Another thing that you guys can do is if you're keeping the theme the same, so maybe for my stage I have maybe this one that's a water theme for 4. So when my backdrop switches to 4, I want to make sure that I use my water version of my costume for my rock. I can do that as well. So it looks like we're changing the entire game every time we reach a certain amount of score. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue swapping these. Then once I'm done, I can go ahead and test this out by clicking on play. I'm going to go ahead and dodge this first one. And then you can see that when the second one shows up, it changes. It goes back to the original one. So I can see that some of them are changing a little bit too fast, and I don't get to see all the ones that I have. So if I really want to, I can go back and make, especially because my score is rapidly changing, I can change all of these numbers here to be a little bit higher, but when I do it to this one, I also need to do it to my stage and make sure that they're all the same. Another way that I can do this is my player is quickly going up in score. So if I change the 0.1 seconds and make it a little bit higher, it makes it a little bit longer before the score is changed, so it makes the transition for this a little bit smoother. So either way works, it just depends on how you guys want to go ahead and go about it. But other than that, the next step is going to be creating the player health.